Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I say it like I'm already like OG YouTube. You're like, girl, calm down. Today I am filming a makeup look, obviously. Hello, and it is green. Why did I choose green? I don't know, I feel like green gets a lot of neglect, you know what I mean? And if you want to know how I got this final look, shazam, wow, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. It's really good, and I'm just going ahead and rubbing it all over my face, on my hands, and then just putting it in all the places where I think it's going to crease. Next, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony, and going ahead and using my Anastasia Beverly Hills double-ended spoolie brush. It's the 7B one, I believe, and just using it to do my brows. And not going to focus too much on brows since it is a makeup tutorial and my brows are actually have not been done in super long, so they look a little bit bushy. But what I did basically is I took the spoolie and went ahead and outlined the bottom part of it and filled out the sparse areas as best I could with a very light touch, and it's looking not bad so far. And I'm just going ahead and repeating this on my other brow, just making sure it's nice and even for the next step. Then using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer and a small brush, I'm just dipping that brush in the concealer and going ahead and placing that all around my brow. This is going to give me the effect of a cleaner brow, especially since I have not had it waxed in, girl, it's been a couple months, you know what I mean? And again, repeating that process on my other brow. This brow is way easier to work with. You always have that good brow and then that other brow that just never wants to work for some reason. And then I'm taking my damp Beauty Blender sponge and blending everything in so it looks nice and seamless and it lightens up all the areas. Now that it looks good, I'm moving on to the next step, which is using that same Instant Age Rewind Concealer, just going ahead and placing it on my lid and using a small brush to really go ahead and make that crease as light as possible as I can to use as a base color, and using a flat-headed brush to go ahead and just pat it in gently to make it nice and even. Then I'm using my Beauty Blender sponge once more to blend in that concealer and make it as nice and even a base as I can. Next, I'm using BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette in this green shade. It doesn't have a shade name, unfortunately, but just going ahead and packing that in just slightly right above my crease and also on the crease as to get that nice color payout. Then I'm using a fluffy Sephora blending brush just to blend everything out and make sure it's nice and even. God, this brush is so old. I have not updated my brushes in forever. But using that same brush and just repeating the steps on the other eye. Going back into the Take Me to Brazil palette, using this nice green shade on the highest row and putting that just right above where we put that original light green color so we can make it nice and smooth and have them kind of blend together seamlessly on top of another. Repeating it on the other eye. I like to blend them pretty close to each other, kind of on top of each other, sort of like when you're mixing watercolors. You want the colors to blend together to create kind of like an ultimate color, you know? And using that blending brush again to just blend them together and really give us that nice color blend. Going back in once more into the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, using another really just forest green deep shade color and placing that on my upper lid part, just in kind of like a C formation. I kind of wanted to get the outer edges nice and dark for this. Then using that same blending brush, or I mean it's the same one but it might be a different one, like an actual different one, and just repeating that step, blending in and using that darker forest green shade on the outer edge and applying it and blending as needed. And using that same Instant Age Rewind Concealer, I'm going ahead and cut in the crease here. Not very good, I might add, but it's cool. We're just gonna roll with it. And using that same Beauty Blender, damp, to just pack it in and make sure it's nice and opaque. I'm going in with my Blush Tribe Loose Powder, and I don't know what shade it is, girl bye, but it's a really neon green one. Just call it Blush Tribe and look up neon pigment and it'll probably be on there. But just placing that basically right where we put the concealer, and we're patting it on with a smaller brush to really get that intensity and make sure it's nice and bright. See why we went ahead and used that concealer as a base of sorts to really pack on that color, and it really just brings out the neon and neon green. I'm just repeating this process once more on the other eye. Just packing it in, making it as neon as possible. Blending in once more with this same fluffy blending brush. You know, I could technically just show one eye like a lot of other gurus, but I'm like, we'll show both to see what's up, right? Now onto the face. I'm using that same Instant Age Rewind concealer we use and putting that under my eyes, on the sides of my nose, on my forehead, as well as other problem areas, little pimples here and there, some parts where the shadow really hits, and just blending it once more with my fave Beauty Blender sponge. And like the narrator from SpongeBob there for a second. Ooh, girl. Alright, so I guess I accidentally edited it out. Whoops, but I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation in the shade Medium Beige, and going in afterwards from blending out, girl bye, with my Too Faced bronzer and using an Urban Decay brush. I don't know which one it is. The girl at the counter one day was like, you should have this brush. And I was like, okay, so I got it. Don't forget to put it on the sides of your face, on your forehead, and right on your nose. Then using damp Beauty Blender sponge once more with my Laura Mercier loose pressing powder and just putting that right under my under eye concealer, and using my Tarte blush, girl bye, I don't know which one it is, I'm so bad, but using a Morphe blending brush, putting that on the apples of my cheeks and just going upwards, really just even, just smooth and upward strokes. Then using this smaller brush used for packing color, and again the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and using this green shade, I think we used it once before, on the top, placing that on the brush and patting it on as my under eye. You know what's crazy? The look looks not complete until you put that under eye in, especially if it's color, and just look how it's going to tie together beautifully right now. Ooh, girl. using that same forest green color we used on the outer edge, placing that on the outer ends of the eye, right on the bottom, so to make it nice and blend it together. And using that same neon green from Blush Tribe, we're putting it in the inner corner of our eyes so it says hello. I'm also putting it right where I put my highlight, just to brighten the brow bone up a bit. And of course, blending that out so it's not as harsh. Going in with my Becca Cosmetics in the shade Pearl and my fluffy Morphe highlighting brush. It's like a fan brush. Using it on the sides of my cheeks and on the tip of my nose to really get that glow effect. Also, we can't neglect the inner corner of the eyes where we just put that neon green shade just to make it pop. Then putting it as well on the brow bone where we put that neon so it says, "Hi, how are you?" On the other side as well. Oh, girl, look at that. Yeet! I will not be using any falsies today. In fact, I will be using the Maybelline, the Colossal Mascara instead, and just really get it on my eyes. So just coat your lashes, make sure they're nice and coated. Then going in with my Blistex lip serum to just moisturize my lips and get it ready for the final step, which is just using my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray to set all the makeup. And voila, that is the final finished look. You can leave it like this. Usually I like to pair it with something green, and if you're gonna be doing an all green look, you want to have the whole thing green, am I right? If you want to be a little bit more extra, we can take it one final step. For those of you who want to tie this look together with one more final step, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, I'm going in with the NYX Lip Macaron Lippies in this green shade. I forgot what the shade name was. Oh my god, I suck as a beauty guru so much. LOL, but anyways, it's a green one. You can't miss it. Just look up NYX Green Macaron Lip Shade and this bad boy will pop up. Woof, look at that. Yes, Miss Girl. Work it. Get ready for some thumbnail photos. Yes, and then we're going in with the Lime Crime lip topper in the shade Meadow and placing that all over the lips to give it this nice healthy glow. Yes, work it, queen. If you follow these steps, you will be looking as fierce as I am right now. Yes, St. Patrick's Day, I'm coming for ya. So this is the final look, and I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks pretty freaking awesome. And not to mention, we went all out with the green. Woo! Sorry, I just ran up the stairs right now. And that tells you all you need to know about my fitness life. That is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and tune in next week. I'll be trying to uploading more as I get into it. Thanks for watching. My name's Gabby. I'm from Bay Area Crypt. Have an awesome day. Bye!